there, Travel Start. It's Liz from Travel Start. Thank you for stopping by. We know that you can spend your time absolutely anywhere, and that you decide to do it with us just fills my heart with joy. So thank you so much for that. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is a great point to remind you to become part of the Travel Start family. We are working to build a community of like-minded, positive fellow travelers who want to get out and see the world and expand their horizons and just meet like-minded people. So if that is you, please hit the notification bell and join our crew. And don't forget to get social with us. We're on several other social platforms. So there's that. Okay, so and at the end of the last video about things I'm excited to do on a celebrity cruise line, or reasons I'm excited to go on celebrity, I hinted at the fact that maybe we should plan a Travel Start group cruise aboard celebrity cruise lines. And so I thought that I would take you over and take you through a vendor walkthrough. These always take a little bit longer because I try to go through accommodations, and I try to go through the onboard experience and talk a little bit about food and talk a little bit about the shows that are on board. Let me see if I can. So anyways, the videos take a little longer than the average video. I seem to be averaging like 12 to 15 minutes per video. So, you know, this one's going to be a little bit longer than that. So this is what made me think that I might want to try a celebrity cruise. This is from the Celebrity Cruises Destination Guide. It says, celebrity distinction. There's a distinct difference when you travel the world with celebrity. You'll notice it on every cruise, on every ship, every time. The proof is in the details that create the foundation for your modern luxury experience. Extraordinary destinations, culinary excellence, intuitive service, luxurious accommodations, and stunning design. That's what makes your vacation distinctly, extraordinarily celebrity. And they were voted Luxury Cruise Line of the Year for the second consecutive year in 2017. We're now in 2020, and this is the 2019 to 2020. When you go on the website, you actually see that they have a whole heck of a lot more awards and whatnot. So that's it for the front end of the video, but stay tuned because I'm going to take you through a small vendor, not so small, but not the most in-depth one. It won't be an hour long, a vendor walkthrough for celebrity cruise lines. So I hope you guys enjoy it, okay? See you soon. Okay, so we are inside of Celebrity Cruises, and this is actually the itinerary that I booked. It's a 7-day Mexico, Key West, Grand Cayman, Costa Maya, Cozumel. It's a 7-day voyage. And so we talked a little bit about, you know, if we might want to make this a Travel Start group cruise. And so let's get to it. Okay, first is Florida. Now look, I live in California, and I'm gonna have to get a flight to Fort Lauderdale. Um, I'm fairly sure at this point that they don't actually have. I'm typing with one hand, and I'm typing poorly. I have Goggle instead of Google. Google Flights. This is just a FYI. Fort Lauderdale. I'm fairly sure we are way too far in advance. But let's go to, here we go. And let's do a day after. So flights per person, let's go with the premium airline, 522 And we're less than a month out, so fairly likely that the flights are not going to be that expensive, right? They're going to be probably $350 or so per person if you book for far enough in advance. Okay, so there's that. Obviously, if you're on the East Coast and you're watching this, or you're maybe outside the US and you're watching this, that could be something totally different. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so flying into Fort Lauderdale. Next day is a day at sea. So we'll talk about the onboard experience in a minute. Um, Next stop. Key, no, Costa Maya. Okay, fine. Let's do Costa Maya. How did we miss Key West? Because I totally missed it. Gorgeous water. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This emerald green loveliness. Lots of excursions. You guys can see you'll spend, you know, if you choose to spend time in the water, there's lots to do in the water. This crystal clear, gorgeous, just beauty. I am looking forward to this, just so that you know. Bars, unique shops, charming old town, coconut palms. Let's type it in and let us. Now, if you live in Florida, Key West might be like, huh, whatever. But for the most of us, it's gonna be a nice stop. The water just speaks to me. What I'm not seeing is heavily populated sky rises and all of that stuff. It's it's very much island life, right? Not a lot of ways to get in and out, but this I could be wrong, but doesn't this look like the bridge from that movie True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis, where they blew up the terrorists and part of the bridge there? The Babe from Wayne's World. This is where Jamie Lee Curtis grabbed that bottle and cracked her noggin open. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, there we go. Okay, so you guys can see lovely, absolutely beautiful. Probably one of those places we aren't going to want to leave from. Except that once you get away from Key West, then you're going to go to Costa Maya. So I would say this is probably going to be more turquoise and darker waters. Again, scuba diving, looks like trails. You'll have some things to do in the forest. Beaches of the Caribbean, divers, snorkelers, lots of coastline. Looks like there are historic bluffs you can go and visit, Mayan ruins, shopping at the mall, etc., etc. Okay, so let's just take a little look see and see how we're. It's important to me that you guys get to see what's what up front. So this one I would say has a little more of that commercialized island look, but this area right here with the loungers in the sand and the water, when I'm dozing off or when I'm stressed and I think about getting away, it looks a lot like that. Except maybe there's only my family for lounge chairs, but beggars can't be choosers, right? So you can see where the ports are. You can see there's, again, gorge. The water is astonishingly beautiful. Just, I feel like these tiki hut things that they have set up here, this, okay, I know I watch a lot of TV, but if you guys ever saw Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, where he proposed to Shannon, was like in an area like that is an amazing place to do a proposal or a vow renewal, especially on Valentine's Day. I mean, we won't be there on Valentine's Day since this is day 3 and the cruise leaves on the 13th, but you understand what I'm saying, right? That is a very, very lovely place to, as long as it's not too windy, to do a proposal out in the middle of the water. Okay. Ruins. Water again. Yes. All things fantastic. Okay. Well, you guys, you got the point, right? I don't want the video to be like 45 minutes. So, okay. So we saw. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Wrong one, you guys. Okay. Cozumel. Also lovely. Coral reefs. Caribbean. This is in the, so there's the Mexican Caribbean. This is on the Mexican Caribbean side. Divers, snorkelers, beachgoers, fishing flats, hunt for the big game, mahi mahi, marlin, sailfish, and more. Dive card. So if you are an experienced snorkeler, diver, whatever, make sure you bring the proper paperwork. Tropical fish, coral colonies. Okay, hammocks, shopping. Go cruise shopping for beautiful Mexican silver, amber, and artisanal gifts in San Miguel. Hop on a ferry to charming Playa del Carmen on the mainland and stroll along La Quinta Avenida for more inviting restaurants, bars, and shops. Okay, so shopping, beach, powdery beaches, always good because you don't want to scratch your feet up on some of those beaches that have the hard coral. It's or some Hawaii beaches, because it's built from volcanic ash, that can be tough on the feet. Okay, seafood, lime juice, cilantro, onion. Okay, food, right? Lots of amazing food. You can see cooking, you can see country clubs, you can see kayaking, lots of things to do. Okie dokie. So, Cozumel. Oh, I better. Let's then go ahead and show you this. Okay. Gorgeous water. Hammock out in the beach. That's nice. A lot more inland where you see bigger trees and whatnot. Apparently, you can be prepared for some rough turf though, so make sure you bring your pool shoes or your beach shoes. Snorkeling, lots of water, gorgeous coastline. Turtles. Great place for a group. Okay, so we got that. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. Then we go to Grand Cayman. Okay. Global finance with Caribbean style, quite like the Cayman Islands. Upscale distinction offers world class restaurants, designer boutiques, and duty free shopping, plus white sand beaches, vibrant blue waters, and teeming coral reefs. Enjoy postcard views of Grand Cayman 7 Mile Beach, West Bay from the custom designed Cayman Explorer. Step down easily into the shallow waters to interact with the welcoming stingrays. Snorkeling adventure, catamarans, World War 2 II Navy vessels. 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 World War 2 II Navy artificial reef, sunbathing in cool cocktails, swim with the denizens of Stingray City in the crystalline waters of coral reef gardens. After snorkeling with the graceful rays, recharge with an island barbecue on 7 Mile Beach. Shop till you drop, duty-free boutiques, find gifts for everyone. China crystal jewelry, antiques, resort well, wear by renowned designers. Conch shells were the homes of tasty mollusks. That's nice. Try Cayman conch in salads, chowders, and fritters. Cruises to Grand Cayman Island are not complete without a sample of the rich Caribbean curries, and don't miss the fresh produce, coconut, cassava, plantains for desserts. And have some rum cake. Okay. Legit, you guys. Again, totally looking forward to this part. My fetish with water is just it's not dark water. It's not like black swamp water, whatever, you can't see the bottom. It's the gorgeous turquoise, aqua, clear, sea to the bottom, but that lovely water. There has been research to show that the water is actually quite healing. Okay, so Grand Cayman is definitely more populated. Not talking skyscrapers, but, you know, some 4 or 5 story buildings. I try to find places to go that don't have a whole hell of a lot of big buildings, because I feel like if you are in the tropics, that will take away from your restfulness. I mean, I don't know about you, but for some reason I see a skyscraper and I feel like I have to get back to work. Like I have things to do. And if you're going somewhere to rest or have an adventure or explore or whatever, the more open spaces are, the more comforting it is. Unless you're one of those people that has a fear of the ocean. But okay, so there are beaches, there's more shopping, this is going to be more populated, but there's lots of things to do. I feel like this one is probably more the typical tourist area. This one in Cozumel, I'm going to say. But we will find out. You know, a lot of these cruise companies have their own key, their own personal islands, right, that you can go to. And we should take advantage of that at some point. Okay, so that's the itinerary. Um, so the ship is the Celebrity Apex. Her inaugural voyage is going to be in April of 2020, so she's a brand new ship. The It's 129,500 gross tonnage, so not the biggest cruise ship. I want to say that the Norwegian Epic is something like 150, 160-ish thousand tons. This one is 125. It's still this 129 is still a very big vessel. Okay, not huge but very big. Double occupancy, 2,910 people. That is the capacity for the ship. She gets up to 21 knots, and her inaugural date is March of 2020. So there's that. Like I said earlier, well, I said on the other video, up to $800 off, double the savings, plus you get a perk, and you get 50% off the third and fourth guest, and that's for another 41 hours. So if you guys are interested, you know, we probably want to get on that right away. Okay? I'm not going to go through a deck plan. No. $500 million modernization. Okay. So I'm not going to click on this because it's a long video, but they have been spending lots of money, not just on ships, but they are trying to help rebuild some of the reefs and things like that. So, okay, that was as far as I wanted to go. I simply wanted to show you they have multiple awards that they've won for their ships. Okay, so there is that. Okay, there we go. Now we got pictures. Lots of crystal, a lot of sculptures. They have an atrium. That is just, look. This is the magic carpet. So on the side of the ship there is an area that you go out onto it, and it will be a lounge, it can be a bar, it can be a place where you eat, like you take in breakfast, or you have lunch, or you have cocktails, like a bar area. It kind of transitions throughout the cruise. And so as the day goes on, it'll start at the bottom of the ship, and then it'll work its way up to multiple decks throughout the course of your ship, or your of the day. So that's going to be one of the suites. This is the magic carpet. There you go. I was hoping there was going to be this picture. There's also on top of the ship, which they're not showing you right now, and I don't really have the time or the desire to want to go run through a bunch of pictures of the ship. But there is a like a sculpture garden that's on top deck of the ship that has these big, gorgeous metal um, butterflies and flowers, and great place to take pictures. Great place to take romantic pictures, family pictures. Just make some memories that I'm super excited to visit on the top of this ship. So the food is supposed to be amazing. Lots of food, lots of things that are fresh, exquisite, exquisite ingredients that go, sumptuous ingredients that go into every meal. So food should be amazing. Beds are supposed to be one of a kind. No other cruise ship has the beds that they have on the Celebrity Experience. Lots of people think that celebrity means celebrity, like you're going to see Brad Pitt on it, but it means that you get the celebrity experience. So the experience that a celebrity would get if they were booking their own cruise. That's kind of the idea behind it. Of course, if you're booking a penthouse, that's probably going to be the closest you're going to get to the celebrity experience. If you're booking, an ocean view category or an inside cabin or whatever, apparently their customer service is awesome, taking care of their people on the ship, still really, really great, but it's not the same thing as having like a concierge or something like that on board the ship. So there's that. Okay, well, I don't want this to be a 45-minute video. Like I said earlier, this has been long enough. But if you guys are interested, then I want to talk to you a little bit about groups. Okay? So I'll catch you in a second. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. What did you guys think? What'd you like best? Like, what got you to thinking, you know, maybe that might be one that I'd actually like to go on. For me, the sculptures on top deck are big. The beds are also like one of those things. It's hard to get a good night's sleep when you live with health issues, right? And so going out to sea and getting a great night's sleep sounds good to me. Also, I want to say that when I think of celebrity cruise lines, and I failed to say this in the other videos, part of me also thinks about like spa time, zen time, time to relax, time to unwind, more so than like a carnival where you're thinking you're going to go party, you're going to go do this, you're going to go do that. You know what I mean? That go, go, go spirit. And so on Celebrity, I feel like this would be one of those where you can meander and relax and just take it easy and, you know, kind of flit from place to place. So there you go. Okay, so we are booked on the February 13th sailing. It's a Mexican Caribbean sailing. It's Grand Cayman. It's Costa Maya, leaves out of Fort Lauderdale, etc., etc. All Caribbean destinations. The water is gorgeous. Most of the places are not heavily populated. Lots of beachfront. And so there you go. So anyhow, you guys let me know what you think about a group cruise aboard the Celebrity Apex for 2021, for Valentine's Day 2021. Okay? Okay, well that's it. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Become part of the Travel Start family. Get social with us. And sending you all the love and warmth and well wishes and happiness and joy and just great, great memories. And I will see you guys on the very next video, okay? Bye, guys. Bye.
Not anger.
Oh my God!
I just realized, I don't remember if I told you guys this in the walkthrough of the vendor information for Celebrity, because I filmed it yesterday, but sometimes people don't know or understand how group cruises are held. And so let's just talk about that for a quick second. For Travel Start, you would contact me. I would get your information. We would go through travel selection and whatnot, make sure that you guys got to choose, get to choose the room that you want to be in, your stateroom, and you would be registered into the group. And everyone that's booked under Travel Start typically gets some type of extra perk, if not multiple extra perks. It just depends on our consortia and what they're offering, and then what Celebrity is offering at the given minute. I want to say right now they have $400 off of selected cruises, and they have one free perk that's free, and then the third and fourth guests are at a reduced rate, and that's just off the top of my head. Okay, so there's that. But I handle the bookings, I handle reminding you when things need to be done, we make sure that your passports are current, etc., etc., that you have all your travel documentation in place, we make sure that you don't miss deadlines, so that, we don't want you to go into penalties and Celebrity decides that, well, they're past the deadline, so they're going to lose half their money and we're going to give them the rest back, or they keep 100% of the money. That would be all bad. But anyhow, we get you booked. And then once we get you booked and that part is done, when we get down to the point where it's time to leave, you'll get reminders for when you need to go into the airlines and do your check-in. You get reminders for check-in for the cruise ship. And then once we're on board, typically I look at the pamphlet that they have. They usually have some type of a periodical, or sometimes it's on an app, and we figure out when and where Travel Start will be about. That does not mean that you have to go to everything that Travel Start does, and that also doesn't mean that Travel Start is going to do something every night of the cruise, or 7-night cruise, so 3 to 4 nights. It also doesn't mean that. It just, every cruise is different. So we decide once we get on the ship what it is that we want to do, if anything. And then if maybe you're not the joiner, but you want to go shopping, you want to go wine tasting or whatever, then you just say, hey, do you want to go do this thing? And if we're not planned to go on a cruise, and we're not already, not a cruise, but go to an excursion or go see a show or blah blah blah, if we don't have something planned already, then yeah, let's go. So you have someone on the ship that you can then reach out to, and it doesn't feel so lonely, because to me, in my opinion, cruising is better when you do it with a group. So there you go. And if you don't want to do any of that, but maybe you just want to show up to the white party where Travel Start is and see some familiar faces, then that's all you do. You basically make the decisions for what you want to do. You are not being hogtied into doing anything. So, anyways, I just wanted to add that in because it's worth saying. So that's it. And we'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye, guys.